Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their fifth-year quarterback.
There were times, I'll be honest with you, Kate, that I wish I played baseball. Because you have a bad outing, like this QB did last week with no touchdowns, a couple interceptions. In baseball, you get to play the next day, you get to flush it right away. He's had to sit on it all week long, and you know he wants to rectify it here.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Looking in the air here. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Brought in right side. Oh, this big guy is moving. And no touchdown here. He just needed a few more, but this one goes out at the 3. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Brown. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Catch made. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest, but man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting a quarterback in the rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just the feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
That one right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback that was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, and took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. It's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Offense to the line. Second down.
At the 48-yard line.
They're going play action. It's Murray. That's complete to the rookie out of Iowa State. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Hand off to the back. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
34-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds the in route complete. And they take him down right along the 30.
Number 87.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Counter play, Brown. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
QB keeping it here, the 2nd down option. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's a design run. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front. Gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet. 3rd down from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Tigers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
The best defenses you can go look at through the decades are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll run here on 1st down. Running their full steam ahead, but they ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw, Murray. This finds Austin, complete. He crosses the 35. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Plowing up the middle. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Murray keeps it. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking an unnecessary shot.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back. On the line to bring up.
It's fourth down.
So they send out the field goal units and try for 3 on this one. This a 48-yard look for him. In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Okay, one of the areas kickers and quarterbacks are similar. They want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that 1 stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They send a man in motion. Throw here, 3rd down. And they're able to take him down, and that sack is how we're going to end our first quarter of play. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. We've got a close one here. More from this one right after this. Welcome back for the start of the second. Our visiting offense out in possession of the ball. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. The Tigers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd down now, they need 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to bring up 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Another carry for him. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Running back sent in motion. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
They put a receiver in motion left.
At the 35-yard line.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on 1st down. He's quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd down, they need 7.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They gain 11 on that play, and that'll be 1st down Chicago.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Has him running the comeback. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Complete to number 80. 10 yards on the pickup.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down.
Caught quick right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
To number 80.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. All set now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Setting up the running back screen. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Number 22. Touchdown.
All right, so this solid 1st half continues from Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Another drive coming up for this offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
San Diego, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back now, pressure coming. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they take him down right along the 30.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Running for the marker on 2nd. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down. Gun. They'll give it to him inside. got him a good handful there as it brings up second down. So, Brock, we're down to a minute and 59 seconds to play now in our opening half. More from San Diego in just a bit. Here's the one back on the handoff. And not much space available there. Maybe two. That brings up third down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now hang on. Looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Pass play now. We've got a screen to the running back. He has the touchdown. The Tigers earn the chance to tie before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to drop plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They'll throw it here on 1st. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd down pass play coming. That one's complete right side. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to throw it. Gets out of trouble. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hanson with our halftime report.
Our look around the league starts now. And it starts with a good one here. All right, Kate, thanks very much. Week 12 is here. After this weekend, 2/3 of the regular season will be in the rearview mirror. Let's get into the highlights. And how about the wild play here? This would turn out to be one of the biggest plays of the game. The Dragons run their winning streak to 5 straight as they get another W. Up next, another intriguing matchup. And this is the man at quarterback for the Patriots.
half's halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. That's going to be taken in at the 8. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Tigers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as we work our way through November, you see here, he's the leader league-wide right now in rushing touchdowns. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
And he's intercepted for the first time this year. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock. They were going to be packed. Early and often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Third down, give to Brown. And the gain's good there, partner. A nice 7-yard effort, but they're still well short. So this is going to be fourth down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field and you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker gets to pad his stats a little bit, the high percentage make.
He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's out the clear. And that is a touchdown. The Tigers take the lead on the first play of the drive. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys push their lead to 3.
17.
After the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field down. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Running back motions right. To the air now on 1st and 10. It is caught left side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Give on second, it's Brown. He's got room to roam. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. A new set of downs for him from the 31. First down, and they go right back to him. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
All in left side. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest. And that one forces a 4th down. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Crashes through a tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Tigers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. First call here coming from the shotgun. Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, they'll run. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Back-to-back carries here. And he will not get the first, but this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Option design here. Defense followed the ball perfectly on that zone read and closing on him for a loss. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
You know, Kate, there was a time when you and I were growing up watching football where a 50-yard kick was impressive. But these kickers of today, they just keep pushing that boundary and showing off incredible leg strength.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Cut out left. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Read option on first down. He's going to keep it. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
From the gun, again to Brown. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs.
5-yard gain on the play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's just a field goal game right now. Still a lot that can happen. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. They've got a man in motion. First and 10, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Just a yard left to go on second down.
Gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Keeps it on the option here. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off the option, here's Brown. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when he pitches it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are we doing here? Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
10 at the 14-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up second down. Looking to throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Third down and 16.
Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Tigers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They'll run here on first down. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. really create some indecision now defensively.
Walking a tightrope there, but he makes the grab and bounds. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
First and 10 at the
There's a dive up the middle. The 30. He's at the 10. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Tigers take a fourth-quarter lead.
We are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you. It's about the guys up front, receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
team 30. Visitors 23.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. He fields it from the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes. It can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They're going play action. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's cut beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Looking slant route complete. Get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They are throwing it again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back sacks have these guys suddenly staring at 3rd and goal.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Looking to throw. He's got a man left. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. We've reached the 2-minute warning in San Diego. These guys down by 7. The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down. Here we go with Brown. And he gets in. Touchdown. These guys now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Escapes a defender. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Clock working against them here as they hurry to that line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Timeout taken by the defense. They're second.
At the 34-yard
Inside
line.
90 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Out to the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal.
Gain on the play.
So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. This is a chip shot from the left hash. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
All set to go now from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here he goes, one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Tigers are winners as we say goodbye from San Diego.